He was an auctioneer himself, but he always powered high price auctioneers on himself. All those heavy duty pieces of equipment. And somebody knew what the hell they were doing. And
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You left?
They were telling me something. It was I was selling box tires and shit. To give the auctioneer breaks so that they got wheels.
Right.
He said, when they had those pictures up there, $20,000, I never sold them. Because everybody knew that I had a new one. Everybody out there. It's just a psychological thing. And the lighter
Ma'am, do you have a question? No. Okay. You ready, Freddie? Get ready. Hold on. There's quite a bit of low-end trade. How does that? Low-hanging fruit. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit. A lot of low-hanging fruit. Hopefully, well, you know what? Hold on. Let me make sure. I talked to Andrew today. Yeah. Well, you know, but they still. There's a lot of that. It is, yeah. That one is EKG. Please, please, please. E is it?
Number 50.
Hold on. I want to say it is gonna be. It's gonna be 50. Yeah, it's natural gas. It's a 2012 Honda. It's 51.
Oh,
That is
yes.
it. Yeah, it says Civic, Honda Civic natural gas. Yeah, I took. Oh, no. No. Hold on. Well, don't finish it. Like I said, what do I do, guys? I know. Couple hits like that, they stay there. Just,
It's a motorcycle. It's a big motorcycle.
go through the motorcycle ride. I agree. It ain't pretty.
One of the steps for me to participate.
So you have to register. Once you get a number, you're gonna go to options. Once options start, if you win the bid, you just bring me the number and then we check you out from there. Number?
912-339. Is this like a list of the first?
They're all numbers. That's the order they'll go in. Typically depends on how many cars there are. Typically, I'd say anywhere between like an hour to an hour and a half.
Tell them way ahead of time, man.
I was thinking about that the other day. I've been there.
October, I will be off 3 weeks. I'm training a guy. Well, I got a guy that'll do it. I don't know if does he like for the company? No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, you gotta. You know what I mean? You guys have something to endorse it. Oh, yeah? Uh-huh. It really is kind of special.
All right, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Point. I think everybody's making their way inside. My name is Ron. If you have any issue during the sale, let us know. We'll get you back on track. And keep in mind, everything we auction is sold on lien sale paperwork unless we tell you otherwise, in which case there may be a title failure, perhaps a salvage title. Keep in mind that we auction everything except the way community are. There are no guarantees, warranties of any kind, either express or implied, as to the make, the model, the year, the color, or anything else. That's why we have inspection time for you to come in, take a look, and then you can make an intelligent decision as to what you wish to pay. Of course, remember keys, we don't charge for those, but if we happen to make a key in order to start a vehicle, why that key charge is printed on your list there, and I'll do my best to tell you what that key charge is part of the bidding process, because that will be added on to the purchase price. We will also add on the platform fee, and we'll add on the 10% parking tax that goes back to the city of LA. So be prepared for that one. Here at this auction, we will take cash as far as payment goes. We'll take credit cards, we'll take MasterCards, Visa, and debit cards, as long as those cards are in your name. The registered bidder, all right? And as soon as we say sold to the card, your on-site buyer, we want you to stand up and immediately come up to the window here and complete the transaction. Online folks, we're glad you're with us tonight, but we need you to come in tomorrow between the hours of 8 and 12 noon, all right? Settle up and get your vehicle out of the yard. On-site people, if you cannot get your vehicle out tonight, don't panic. We're gonna get you to 12 noon tomorrow to get your vehicle out, okay? All right. Let's see here. I don't think we have any 10-day holds tonight. We do. Hang on a second. Here, let me see. Yeah, really. Let's see my list. What's the Monster 3? No,
Let me ask. What ask?
Okay. Oh, it is a 10-day, yeah, right, okay. We got one 10-day hold tonight, guys, so when I get down there to part 49, I'm gonna give you special instructions concerning that. And, that's the way that'll work, the rest of them will work tonight, okay? All right. Here we go. Wish you the best of luck, let's go to work, don't forget, watch the monitor here, guys, we'll call the car off and, watch the monitor, that's what we're doing. Here we go with number 1 and 9, Kawasaki. Motorcycle, I got $200, $2.25. But they're gonna go to 225, you're gonna get 225, you're gonna get 225, they're up to the quarter, 2.5. I got a half, I got 2.25, 2.5 best, a half, now 75. How about you 75, 3 in the quarter, 3 in the quarter, 3 in the quarter. How about are you getting, bring it a quarter in the quarter, now 75, you're gonna go 75, 375, 4 in the quarter, and the quarter, towards the bed, in the quarter. Hold the quarter, the quarter, the quarter, give me the quarter, 75 pounds, 500, give me pounds, I want a quarter, 500 pounds, a half. But 50, and that's 50, you're gonna go 55, 50, what do you say? But I have 75, now say 600. Let's say it's now quarter, 625, now 650, come on, go bigger than old me, he just did. But 650, 75, I'm gonna go 74, 700 here. About 7 where? You're gonna go 7 in the folder here, need a folder here, folder now, 7, what do you say? About 15, you're gonna go 50, 50, and 50 here, we have something, 10, 7, 25, online buyer, right? We got number 2, here comes the 25. Number 13, Ninja, 250 on. And let's see here, he said to the car. 25, they got 225, they got 225, what do you say? But you're gonna call your order where you're going to 252 to quarter to the back. But 250, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, you're gonna have 75, 75, 75, 2.5, 75, 3, that's simple, 3 in my part, and a half, about a half, let's see what, about half, 75, 75, yes sir. About 3, 75, 75, come on, wake up guys, 75, 4, a bit 4, don't bit like old bees, just did. About 4, here, another 4, and a quarter. And the quarter is right here, the quarter, and the quarter, and the quarter, and the quarter, down here, yes, so then I have soda plant right there. 400 mountains right here in the middle. There's 4, okay, he's gonna come, he's gonna come up to the window, number 3, 118, Yamaha. There you go, hey, that's a good looking bike here, come on, check it out. Okay. 2 and a quarter. How about 2 and a quarter? Now, you understand that motorcycle? 2 and a quarter, 2.5. She's 225, 250, 250, 50, 250, 50, 250, 50, yes or no? How about 250, and I have silver carriage for 225, 225, and the bottom number is Edie, number 801. Edie, now, two times, for the number managed, to the right, got a good time organized, keep the plates, those wrong, who put them on the side. I got four and a half pounds, five behind, 3, 15, 6, 2, 15, 7, 15, now we, 50. And 59, now 59, pounds, and down here, down to go. About a pound to go, 970, 100,000, that's all it's for. And a quarter thousand here, 10 to 40, not 40, not half, thousand 50, 75, 11. I'm not 11, 11, not 40, not half, 75, not half, and a half, 12 and a half, 13, 13, no half, 13, 50, and 50, 50 in the back, 14, no half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17, 17, money, 16 and a half, 17, now half, 18 and a half, and 19 and a half. I got a hand down to 2 grand, now half, only 50, and 50, 2 grand over here. I'm about to down to 50, 50, gonna go 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and I saw it down. For $2,000, $2,000, 55 is my car. Hey, we got to use some sense of our guys, right? It goes on, forward on, again, so it goes on here, who would have found some here in the swamp? I got found 6, 7. How about 7? I got 6 already, 7, 8. How about 8, 9? How about 9 here, 9, 9, even a half, now 9. How about 9 here, 9, 75, now 9, now 40, now 25, 9 here, quarter here, 9 and a half, 1,000, quarter, half. I got a hundred here, comes up 50, 50, 10 quarter, 75, 11, not quarter. 11 here, quarter, 100 here, 75, not pound, not quarter here, quarter. And the quarter he's on high, now 75, now 13, 13, wait about, now line, not quarter, not high, 75, and 14, you're gonna get 14, now a quarter. And now a quarter, now a half, and here, 50, 75, gonna go 75, 15, now. And now we're $50 poker table, 15 and a half, 16. How about 16, 16, no half, no 17. How about 17 on line, no half, now 18. 18 guys, 17 and a half, 18, no half, you guys are all. 18, how about 50, 51 in? 18 and a half, 19, how about 19, buddies, 18 and a half. How about 19, 19 on line, no half. I got a half, now 2. But 2, you're gonna get 2 grand, 19 and a half here, I need 2 on site, 19 and a half, 2 grand, 2 grand, no half, give me half, 20, 50. And 50, 50, and I'm over here, 21, 21, 6, 21, no half, on site at 21, 21 and a half. But 21 and a half, 21, 50, 50, now 2, here, you're 2 and a half. About a half, I got 22 on site again, 22 and a half. About 22 and a half, come on, keep first, you're good. 20, 50, 50, 50, number, something on site. For 2,200, 2,300 dollars, and the number, he's number 51, I'm just gonna come right up. And here's number 6, it comes up 5. I ready, 5, let's see here. Hold on, 100 minutes, we're going right here down, take a bridge in the June of this year, what do you got here? Hey, about how much? About 3 grand. I got 2 grand, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 7, 3 grand, 31, 2, you're gonna get 2, 3, 4 grand, 41, 41, 41, 2, 3, 43, 43, 42, 43, 44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 grand, 51, 52, 53. 53, what do you get, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 here, 56, 55, 56 on line, now 7, now 8, up 58, 57, 58, 59, 6 times another, 61, now 2, 62, on line, 61, 62, 62, 63, 64, how about 64, 65, how about 6 on the 5, 6, 66, 67, how about 7, 66 on site, 67 guys. How about 67, number 67, we're gonna go 7, we're gonna go 7, here, we have solar panel on site. For $6,600, what catches number there, 92, is that it? 92 is the money for 6,600, yes, sir. Oh, they did, okay, thank you, sir. Hey, somebody lose that flashlight? Is that you? Okay, I have we're gonna auction them off right now. All right, here we go. What's $10 on the line? Okay. Good. There you go. Okay,
You had it for 66?
I did.
What was the bid rate?
92.
92?
92.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
You got it for
it is what it is. Okay. All right. Guys, get your bids in early, okay? If you're online, click your mouse as fast as you can, okay? Hang up your paint first and just put your finger to work on that mouse, okay? Here we go. Here's number 7. Here comes our way, Collins and Angier. And for the hundred men, count the shaker line, that was scratch right there, but it'll pop out, don't worry about it. Good title car, we're gonna bet pound time. What do you say, 3.5, 400 where? How about four, we're gonna go $400, 75, not 4, not 4. And then 50, 50, 4 and a quarter, 4.5, 75. 75, 500 and a quarter, 525, each side is 5 and a quarter. I'm a pound of quarter, no hand over here, 50, pound of quarter, 550, 50, 550, 50, 50, and we sold it. At 5 and a quarter, number 6 is higher, right? Number 8, car, car. Right, we know the key charge, guys, hold on. $900. I got 300, 31, oh, 300, 400, 3.5, 4. I got no half, no pound, 500, and no half, 50, and go 50, 50, quarter, half, 75 cents, not quarter. And a quarter, no half over here, 75, $700, and a quarter, no half, and a half, you got a quarter, and no half, and no 75. How about 75, 75, now we, no quarter, no half, 8.5, 875. 875, 8.5 to that. 875, 875, 75, now 900 and a quarter. How about 925, 9's over there, 9 and a quarter. And now 1 half, that's 75, you're gonna go 75. Hey, watch me, don't watch your phone, just watch me. 9 and 75, 1,000. 1,000, not quarter, now half, 75. How about 75, your turn. And then 11, not quarter, 11 and a quarter, 11 and 3/4. I told you, don't watch your phone, watch me, quarter, half. I'm at 11.5, David Hill, 75, down 1200 and a quarter, and a quarter, need a quarter, down a half, 12.5, 75. I'm at 75, here we go for 75, 75, 75, here now 13. I'm at 13, pound 75, here 13 and a quarter. I'm at quarter, here, on the second, 13 dash. I'm at 13 and a quarter, then here, now a half, here 15, I go 50, 50. 1350, such thing can city of the time, you have to hit 13 and a half, nope, so 13 and a quarter online, hey, and here's number 9, here comes the I got down to go, time to go in that one. 5, 6, number 6, I already got 5, 6,000, 11, 5. Number 20, pages, we'll put it down to 11.5 on the 23 and a half, and 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, and 16 and a half, 17 and a half, number a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 18, 18, we're gonna go 18 and a half, 18 and a half, he's 18 over there, 18 and a half on line, 19, 19, now half. How about half? 19 here, 19 and there, 2 grand, and now half, now 1. How about 21? He's not good. I got 20, 50, 21, you know what? 21, 21, 21, now half, now 2. How about 22? You're gonna get 2, 22. And then 22 and a half, now 23. How about 23, 22 and a half, 23, 23, you're gonna get 3, 3, now half. And a half, now 4, now half, now 5. I'm a 5, 25, 25 another, 25, now half, now 6. I'm a 26, now he's 25 and a half, 26. I'm a 26 and very here, now half, now 7, now half, now 8, and 8, 27 and a half, 28. I'm a 28, 8, now half, 28 and a half, 29. I'm a 29, very good 9, very good 9, 29. I'm a 29, 900 here, then I have someone here in the front row. For 2850, yes, sir. 28, number is, young, what's 58, okay? Today, he'll come right up, number, yeah, here we go. You're wrong on the match, so the run, salvage title goes wrong, we're gonna put down here, pound to something. How about down to go, three to go to 3.5. How about 350, that's 74, 400, player here to 4, that's 40. Give me 40, now, 75. How about 75, 75, oh, I got a quarter, and a half, I got a half, 75. How about 75 over here, how about a half, 75, right here, now 6, now quarter, and a half, and it's 75, and it's 7. How about 7, we're gonna go 7, 700, now quarter, right here, now half, now 75. 775, now we need 800, now quarter, equal 5 and a half, 75, 1 and a quarter, where 9 and a quarter. And a quarter over here, need a half right here, now 975. About 975, 975, 975, right here, 1,000, a quarter. And a quarter, now half, 1,050, gets off again, now 75. And 75 and 11. About 11, a quarter, then a quarter. And a quarter, he's 11 over here, how about 11 a quarter? He's 11 a quarter, and a quarter here, we just know one I saw a fan right there. Oh, 1100, 1100. 33 in some other areas. It's a 2017, he did the gym. I got time to go, next to the car, $2,000, $500, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 1,000. 1,011, how much 11 do you have? Now 11, no, do you 15, not 12, not 50, and no 13, not 15, they go 50, 50, 14, 14, no, see, I told you, that's the part. 14 and a half and 15, 15. I got 15 right here, no, 15, 50, 16, no, 16 and a half. And 17, it was 17. I'm at 17, 17, no, I got 17 about 17 and a half, 18 and a half, and 19 and a half, 19 and a half, one is 19 and a half and 2. I'm about 2, down to 2 grand, you guys are all off. I'm about 2, I'm gonna go 2 grand, 2 grand, swim on my for 1950, I decided that, card number 5. This is 2013, right? It's a 10-day hold, wow. That's what it's. We're gonna give you, I'm gonna give you special instructions right now, but they're kind of mixed up here tonight on a 10-day hold, so. Anyways, listen carefully, on a 10-day hold, so whoever bonus one will pay for it full tonight, you'll also leave it here for an additional 10 days. At the end of the 10-day period, if the owner does not redeem that vehicle, you can come back and pick the vehicle up at that time. And if the owner does redeem that vehicle within that 10-day period, we will refund you your money, all right? Here we go. Here's the first 10-day hold, 2013, pay it up priest. Things when I go to here, about 2 grand. I got 17 and a half, 2 grand. How much are you gonna go? How about 18? You're gonna go 18, 17 and a half, 18, 1800. And 18, you go, 18 and a half, 19, how about 19? How about 19? I'm the priest, sorry, 19. We're gonna go 19, 19, now 19 and a half, the first bid for last second. 19 and a half, 2 grand. How much you gonna go? We're on site, 19 and a half, yes sir, that's all, 19 and a half, 2 grand. How much two? But two? How much two? We're gonna go 2 grand, 2 grand, no, 2,000 here, 2,050. How much you're down to 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, and the 50 down here, be something, one line. For 2 grand, for 2 grand, okay, fine, we can put it on the 13. Opportunity to 25. All right, for an automatic regular means that has. Yeah, I got time to go, 300, 400. I got 3, 400, I got a half, now 4, now half, here, 50, 50, 450, here, 4, now half. And 75, I'm gonna go 75, or 75, $500, not quarter. And that's in the quarter, I'm here, 4, now half, now 75. How about 75, you're getting 75 cents, a quarter, one second 6, you get a quarter, now half, now 75. How about 75, you're gonna go 677, a quarter. And a quarter, 7 here, 40 here, half there, 75. How about 75? Come on, guys, let's go. 75 E, 800 and a quarter, 825, each side and a quarter, and a half, that's 75. How about 75, 875, 8.5 over here, 875, 875, 75, and I sold it for $850. I put them on number 8, mile, 2013, little, right? Right, you know, each other, okay? Also, where that's long way, okay? 400 straight around, who about how much here? 1,500? We'll go 15, how about 1,000? I got 5, 6, 5.5, 6. I got 6, now half. I got a half, no 7.5, and 8.5. And a half, 350, 50, quarter, now half. 8.5, now 75. 9, 900, 9, what do you say, 9? How about 9, you pay me 99, I quarter, 25. 25, hey, you're gonna put your hand up, you're gonna buy something, be careful. But 9.25, we sold it online for $900, $900. Hey, senor, put your hand up, you better be careful, buy something. That's how you do it, you put your hand up, and better, somebody better explain it to them. All right, here we go, here comes number 3, he's on the run, guys, standing around the net, standing around, we put him at 9. He said, 3.5, 4, good 4, 400, not 4. And the quarter here, quarter where, on the quarter. And the quarter here, we sold the plant 400. Number 6 is the monitor here, 6. And 7, missing parts, okay. Hey, but, something, guys, all right, so beware, right? For how to manage, what do you do? Hey, you get 5 here, 2 the quarter. How much 2 the quarter, here, 2 the quarter, up quarter, now half. I got a half, I do. I have 2 the quarter, 2.5. How much 250, 50, and you go 50, 250, 50, 50, you say, well, 2.5 on my soil. At 245, number 4 is my, right, here we go. Yes. You know how to manage, what do you think? I'm a 5, that's just what right now. I got 3 and a quarter. Huh. I got a half, 3.5, 350, 3 and a quarter, 3.5 to the left. How about 350, 75, I'm gonna go 75, he's 3.5 over here. How about 375, I'm gonna go 75 over, 400, and a quarter right here, you know, half. And 75, and 5, 500, 40, 75 right here. And you got 5, and 5 here, I got, you got 5, 5 and a quarter, 5.5, 5.5, 75. I got 75, I'm gonna have right there. How about 75 on the line, 6. How about 6, and a quarter. Pound 6, 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, quarter, and then here, a quarter, yes, no, when we have silver thing on site for $600, and this buyer number is, so what's your number there? No, I didn't see it. That's $100 company, not there, ready, 59 the buyer, right? We're going number 18, this is one of these. I've 85, 84, 190, he says 2 to the quarter. How much is the quarter, and the quarter down here's quarter, half. I got half, he's a quarter there, half here, now Sunday, not 3. How much, 300 bucks, I got 3 and a quarter. A quarter in the hand, here, 15, I do. 3.5, 75, and 4, 50 extra. How much 4, we're gonna go 4, give me 4, not 4, on side, you got 4, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half, he's 4 and a quarter, 4.5 on line, 475, 5. How about 5 here, 5 to the back, we give me 5, what do you say, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half, you know, 5, 50, here, but we're running by morning. I got 5 and a quarter this year and a half, now 75, 6. How about 600? How much 600? 600, gonna be 600, 600, 600, down here, you know, a quarter, and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6.5. I do. How much 615? Gonna go 50, 50, 650. How much 650 now? 75 now, 700, how about 71? Richard the Soup. How about 77 here, 7 here, we have silver tank. 675, number 8 is the model. Number 19. Right, for about 5, he says, 3 apart. Quarter half, 3.5, wake up, and 75, we're gonna go 375, 3.5, 375. How about 75, 75, we sold the thing, 350, number 6 is about. Stop talking here, and here's my number 4, here's 13, number 75. Twins, all right, 3, 3.25. How much 3.25, and a quarter, and a quarter here, 3.25? A quarter and a half, and a half. Let's see what, How about 350, 3 1/4, 350, 50, we sold the thing, 325, number 6 is the Meyer, here's try number 5. There's a 13, almost a 6 guys, right? What do we do? Three, but, how about 3, 3 1/4? I got 3 1/4 here, quarter, now half. I got 75 forward, not quarter, 425, 43, 4 1/4. A quarter, now half, 450, gotta go 50, 50, 450, and 75. How about 475, now 500, not quarter, need a half. How about half, 550, now 75, now 6. How about 600, hey, you both off. How about $600? 600, I'm gonna go 600, 600 here in the quarter here, need a half, 650, that's on site, 6 1/4. How about 650, you're gonna go 50, 50, 650, 50, no, 75, you're gonna go 675. How about 675, you're gonna go 75, why not, 675, no? No, 7. He said yes, 675, 7, I do. How about 7, we're gonna go 7, we're gonna go 7, 700, be 7 here, yes, no, not not quarter, 7 here. How about 7 1/4, 7 1/4, 7 1/4 here, we sold it, 700. Line number 6, 6 to buy a 22 card. On the number card, tell you what, to see it, we want here. Yeah, like I said, what you see is what you get. He said $100.
No, I got 200
You
bucks.
got 2 1/4. How about 2 1/4 here, 2 1/4, sold the tank. 200, now put them online, somebody online, okay, fine. Yeah, we'll make it work. 23 to 25, how many? How many, what do you do? How about, Jesus to me, 3 1/4. How about 3 1/4, quarter, now half. How about half, outside 3 1/4, 3 1/2. How about 315, gonna go 50, 50, 350, and I have silver tank. 325, put them on number 4, or 20, 10, 50, right? Only, managed to go around here, what do you see, somebody gave me about 2 grand. I got down some greater. 5, 6. How about 6? How about 6? 5 1/2. Now 6. How about 600? Gonna be 675. Now 6. How about 600? 600 and a quarter. No higher than 75. Gonna go 675. How about 675? 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter. Hey, you got no place to go. How about 7 and a quarter here? 7 and a quarter. 750. How about, I don't know. How about 750, 75? We're gonna go 75. 775. How about 775, 75, you're gonna go 75, 800, 8 now, quarter, 825. I'm gonna make 25, come on, keep first, it's your turn, 825 here, need a half. How about a half, you say for a half, no 75, 875, 900. How about 9, 875 here, need 9, I'm gonna go 9, not quarter, a quarter, not half. How about a half, hey, we're back on site, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. 75, not 1,000. And a 1,000, and a 1,000 on the bench, guys, and a 1,000, and a 1,000, and a 1,000, not 40, not 40, return, no half. How about half, now it's a 50, come on, people, return, half. 75, 11, give me 11 cents, 11 here, and a quarter, 11 here, 40 here, half there, now 75. How about 75, 1175, 11 and a half over here, yes, sir. 1175, okay, not wrong, no? How much on the quarter? How much on the quarter? Yes, 12, and a half, now 75. 12, 75, 13. How much 13 in the quarter? 25, get it 25 now. 15, 13, 15 now, 13, 75, now 14. How about 14 now? How about 14? You're gonna go 14? And I started over here for 1375, and remember down the other side. We have, let's see, 60, 64, 80, somewhere on the same. All right, here we go. Here's to the amended train signs. We give a 5 here, 2, 2.5, 75, 300. How much 300? 300. We're going to 300, 300 here. We have soda tank. 275, number 6. Number 20. It's to the right. There you go. 11, 12, 13, no six, 14, 15, 2 grand, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3 grand, 31, 31, 13, 13, 32, 34, 5, 35, 6, number 36, 7, 8, 9 here, 4 grand, 41, 42, and 2, now 3, now 4, 44, 45, 6, 7, 8 here, 9 here, now 5 grand, 51, 52, 53, 53, minus 52, 53, 55, that's even better, 56, and now we down 9, number 9, 59, what do you say, 58, 59, and 6, 6, and 61, now 2, get it, 2, 62, 6, 62, what do you say, now 3, now 4, number 6, 4, 6, 3, 6, 4, number 64, 64, now these will be the silver tank. 6,300 online. There we go. Here. All right, we're going to call this one the movie. Careful. Let your foot. Stop. Here we go. Here we go. Give them 1,000. How about 1,000 to go? How much would it be? Nobody. Oh, we got 3.5, 4. How about 4? We got to go 4. How about 4? He's smoking funny stuff. Don't worry, he'll be fine. 375, 4. How about 4? But 4, not 4. I have 4 here, 4 here, a half, 475, 475, 5. How about 5? 500, 5, 475 on site. How about 5 and 1? 5, not 4, 25. You gotta go 525. How about 25? 5 here, 5 and a quarter there, 5 and a half. I do. How about 5, 15? Gonna go 50, 55, 50 here, now 58, let's see what's dollars like. How about 5 and a half now, 75, we're gonna go 575. How about 575, 6? How about 6? 600. How about 600? 600, you're gonna be 600. How about 6? We're gonna go 6. Now 4, 625. How about 625? We're gonna go 625. What do you say? 6 and a quarter, quarter here, silver thing. $600. Oh no, for $600. Soon to lose, don't come. Yeah. All right, here we go. 240. Okay, just like that, 1,000. Well, you said 2.5, I'll take 3. How about 3? We're gonna go 300, 300, here, and a quarter, no half, no 75, and a half, no 6 and a half, and 7. 7, no half, 7 and a half, 8, 800, no 1 and a half, and 9. How about 9, no half, how about make it 8? Half, no 1,000, 1,000, no half. And a half, here's 1,000 over here, how about 10 and a half, we have, 11. How about 11, 10 and a half right there, 11, you got 11? Then we'll get 10 and a half here, 11, 11, 11 here, we quarter, now half. 11 and a quarter, sir, 11 and a half. 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter, something. 11, 15, gonna go 50, 50, and we still need one line. 11, then a quarter, 11, then a quarter. Sorry, we'll turn the page here. There we go. Here we have a whole two models, 70 time to time. I got time to go. Strong recovery, guys. 400 minutes. They're gonna run on here. Somebody give me $1,000. 5, 8, 6. How about 6? 5 and a half. Now 6. How about 600? They're gonna be 6. Now how? 650. Now 7, 7. Now 50. Now 50. Gonna go 50, 50, 50 quarter one time. I got 7 over here. How about 7 and a quarter? 7 and a quarter and a quarter here. We have sold it. 700. Put them on number 8. There's a 1,000. I got time on 3. We're gonna go down 75, 4. How about 4? We're gonna go 4. 400 numbers, not 4 years later. That 4 no half, 450, 75, 1 585 later. And then we'll go by 45, but a half, 550. And 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 75, you're gonna go 575, 6. How about 6? 600, B6. How about 600? 600, 600, and we have super tank. 575. Here's the 31. Here's the house. Well, on the minute, should be around here, 75. you go, pay the 800, pay the bucks, he said, bring it, four and a quarter, half, 75. 3.75. How about 4.75, not 5, yes, sir, how about quarters on the side, no, 5.5. How about 50, I'm gonna go 50, okay, that's 75, that's it. How about 6, how about 6, hey, we go. How about 600, 600, and a quarter, no, how about 650, I usually use 6 and a quarter, 6.5. How about 650, I'm gonna go 50, 50, 650, and we have, okay. 625, 3 by 8. 632, 2000, hey, we got the money. There's what's going on, I manage, so we're not, so we have a concept. How about time? So everybody get it once. How about 5, 4.5, now 5. I got 5, I'm gonna go 5, there, 5, now half. How about a 5, go right here, now 6, now 5, 6.5, then 7, then a half. How about a half, 750, he's in at 7.5, quarter, half, 75. How about 775, round 75, 8, now a quarter. Now we 75, now 9, now 40, now 25 and a half. And 75, 75, now 1,000, now 1,000, now half, now 11. How about 11? They're turning, now high, 11 high, now 12. How about 12? You're gonna get 12, 12 and a half. And a half, I got 12 and a phone. 12 and a half online. 13? How about 13? 13 average, how about 13? You're gonna go 75, okay, fine. 13. Now 13 and a quarter. Over, and that's going to be 13 here, 13 and a quarter, right here, and a half, no 75, 14, 14, and a quarter, guys. And a quarter, mom, you see it, 14, 14 and a quarter, and a half, and 75, 15, what do you mean? 15, now half, and a half, I got 15 on 15 and a half, and 16, but 16, you gotta be 16, you gotta be 16, but 16, 16, 16, and I have, 16, now, and 17, but 17, one is 16 and a half, 17, now, 17 and a half, on site, 18, how about 18, I do. How about 18, you're gonna go to 18, 1800, first, so you're gonna bid or not, 18, now half, and a half, 19, how about 19, how about 19, we're on site, 18 and a half, how about 19, 19, now half, and 2 grand, how about 2, you're gonna get 2 grand, 2 grand, how about 2, you're gonna get 2 grand, 19 and a half, 2 grand, and I sold it for 1950, 1950. You want to okay, number one supplier, we'll change it inside. And here's number 33, here comes the 2016, so hold on back. All right, quarter 100 minutes, straight, no, sorry, straight, here we go, guys, hey, somebody give me about, what's it look like? Okay, fine. Well, it looks bad, I can't see one side here. Already, fine, there we go, there we go, okay, fine, there it is. Yeah, how about $500? I got 375 for not quarter. And the quarter is over here, quarter, no half, no 75, go 75 high, a quarter right here, a half. How about a half, and now a half, give me half, and now 75, no 6, and 6, and now a quarter, 25, gonna go 25, 50. How about 50, 650, 50, 650, okay, that's 75, 7. How about 7, we're gonna go 7, 7, here, now, quarter, here, half, where 7, 50. And a 50, 51, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. How about a 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 50, and we have soda pan for 7 and split. Put them on number 8, Meyer. All right, here's number 34, here we go with the 35. All right, guys, for going, another minute, here we go, next month sometime, in March, okay, somebody give me a time to time. How about 1,000 to go, 5 here, 6 squared. How about 6, 6 here, 7, 5, 7, 8, 9, 9, he's 8, pick 9. A half, no 9, and a half. How about a half? I got 9 over here, 9 and a half here, now 1,000 and a half. How about a half? I got 1,000 outside, 1,050 right here, now 11, not 50. And 50, not 1, 100, not 50, gonna go 15, 13, now 50. And 50 now, 14 now, 50, gotta go 50 now, 15, 15 now, how about high, 50, 50, how about 50, 100, 50, 50 over here, 50, 100, 50, 50, 50, 100, 50, 50, maybe high, 16. How about 16 now, high? How about high? I got 16 on side, 16 and a half. Come on, Victor, let's go. 16 and a half. Okay, Silvertail, on site, $1,600, I think, on number four, 35. Okay, I was wondering how to manage, hey, we gotta get paid on this one, guys. $500, nobody cares, dude. I got three regular quarter, that's about cheaper. I got three regular quarter, now, pay 15, gotta go 50, 50, 300, 50, regular quarter. How about 350, no 75, 75, I did, three and a half yet. 375 on line, not four. I got four. How about 400, 400, 400, 400, here, silver tank. 375, number 60. 36. We get cash. 400 minutes, I got parked in the room. And we got 1,000. Hey, easy fix, $1,000, 4, 5. I got five here, $500, I got 4.5, now five, I got five. And the $500, five, not yet. How about five, no half, I got five over here, 5.5. Okay, give me half. Now six. How about six? How about half on site? Need six. How about six? How about 75? By 75, 75, 75, and then now six, six, now a quarter. And a quarter. Back on site, six, six and a quarter. How about six and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, then here we have sort of thing. $600, 600. Underneath. 23. Okay. Yes. Yes. And there's number 37. Here we go with 900. Have yourself a lot of halftime, guys, huh? Two don't, yes, yes. So you're running two, give me time, huh? Nice work truck. You said eat, I'll take nine. How about nine? 8.5, quarter, half. How about half? 75, here we go. We 75, 8.5 here. 75 there, no nine. How about nine? 875, I'll take nine. Gotta go nine. That quarter, quarter here, quarter. And that quarter, nine over here, 9.5. Now 75, now 1,000. And the time would go, $1,000 for the whole truck. $1,000 right here in that quarter. A quarter here, a quarter, and a quarter here, 1,000 over here, quarter left, quarter half, 75. Say yes, okay, now 11. How about 11 here, 1100? How about 11, 11, quarter, half. 11 and a quarter is online. 11 and a half, you got your book off, 11 and a half, 75. How about 75? You gotta go 75? How about 11, 75, okay, now 12, 100 and a quarter. And a quarter here, he's 12, 12 and a quarter. How about 12 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, down here, quarter, and a half, quarter and a half. How about a half? Now 75? Number 75, here 75, and 13, number 13, well, 75, here 13, not quarter, and a quarter, quarter, and a half. Number half, 13, 15, gonna go 15, now 75, gonna go 75, 13, 75, and 14, they're gonna give me 14, not quarter, and a quarter, hey, we're on side of 14, need a quarter. How about quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, quarter, and a half, 14 and a half. 14, 15, right here now, 75, here, you gotta go 14, 75, and 15. I got 15, he wants 15, I think he does. He says, no? Oh, wait, come on. Sort of thing, 1475, online, 1475, 38. James, all right, there we go, manage, we're gonna run it. I'll tell you what, these sheets to the back door, okay? Hey, here we go, $500. I do get $500. She said, three, 75, $400, not four. How about four? Are you ready? Four? How about $400 here in the quarter, 425. I got four, 400 quarter, half. I got a half, 450, and a 50. It's just a 4.5, 475, 5. How about five? You gotta go five, 500. How about $500 here, five, you gotta go 500. No, so. If I'm saying it's not, number six is the line, right? Almost what I think. 39. We go down to 2020. three and a half, take four, now half, quarter, half, 75, 75. I got five, now quarter, now half, how about a half, each five and a quarter, how about a half, 75, six, how about six, each six, and a quarter, and a half, how about a half, six and a quarter, five here, 75, seven, how about seven, 87, and a quarter, seven and a quarter, seven and a half, how about a half, 750, and no key, now 75, 800, now ready to go with, eight, now a quarter, now a half, 850, and now we 75, 900, 900, how about nine and a quarter here, need a quarter, what do you say, 9 times 9, how about 9 and a quarter here, 9, so the 31, 900, 140, here comes no 3, right, 400 minutes, take it around. Three, okay, and a quarter. How about three and a quarter? I got three and a quarter. 75, and four, and a quarter guys. I got four over here. How about four and a quarter? A quarter, okay, no, I'm 75, there goes 75, minus 4.5. 475, 475, 5. How about five? We're gonna go five, not quarter. And a quarter, on the side of five, yes sir, not five and a quarter. How about five and a quarter? Need a quarter, now half, 75, we're gonna go 75. You see that, 5.5. How about five and 75? We're gonna go 75, 75, now six, 600 and a quarter. And a quarter, six over here now. How about six and a quarter? How about six and a quarter? And a quarter, and a quarter here we have. Silver thing. 600, number 8 is my 41. All right, 400 minutes, take it around. Here's another good. How about five? Just takes it back, that's all. How about $500? Five?
3.5?
3.5, four.
25?
Four, no half. I got half, I got five, no half. And a half, I got 100, quarter half. How about a half? 75? How about 75? Gonna go 75, how about a half? How about 75? 75? Six? How about six? It's not good. Six, now a quarter, now a half. How about a half? It's a half, okay. 75, 7. How about 7? Gonna go 7 and a quarter, now 750. It's a big one, guys. I got 7 and a quarter on the side, 7.5. How about a 50? Gonna go 50, 50, 50, and I have silver thing. 7 and a quarter, number 8 is the line, so 4. That's a 4. You sit the gravy. Hey, let's see here. Let's have a look at that one. That's on top of the whole 9 yards. All right, here we go. Forward, the managed to go right. Hey, guess what? $30 key charge. It does run that. They put a comments on. I got 7, 7.5, 8. And here we go. 75, 8. How about 8 and a quarter? 8.25 and a half. How about a half? Use 8 and a quarter. 8 and a half. 8.75. 800 and a quarter. A quarter and a half. Now 75. We're going to 75. 1,000 and a quarter. And a quarter, now half. And here, now 75. Now 11. How about 11? 1100. 11? How about 11? Now a quarter. How about 11 and a quarter? 11 and a half. Now 75. How about 75? 1175. Need to wow. On the money. 1175. 12 packs. Not quarter. Not quarter. Quarter. Now half. Now 75. Now 13. How about 13? See, if you talk to your buddy there, you get lost. 13. Not quarter. Not quarter. Now half. Now half. 75. 14. 14. Not quarter. Now half. And 75. Get it go 75. Now 15. How about 15? How about 15? How about 15? We're gonna go 15, 15, we might have 15 and a quarter. I'll give you half. 16. 16. Give me all confused here. I got 15 and a half. 16. How about 16? We're gonna be 16 and now half. And a half. Now 17. He first, your turn. 17. How about 17? You're gonna go 17. This I can only 17. No, so we're going to that. For 16, 50, 16, 50, 52, 52, the volume is all time. I'm not taking a candy card. All right. The next we go around here, they just no wheels on this car, so bring no wheels, okay? And here we go, somebody give me $500. You said, please, you're going to go to the house, 74. How about quarter, no hand, here, 75, gonna go 475. How about 475, 500, no fine, here, don't forget, you can't drag it out. I got five, and a quarter, and a quarter. I got five and a quarter, here's a quarter, no hundred, 150. 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, sort of thing. Five and a quarter, number six is by, four, here's a number three, check, no, that was wrong. Right, or the 100 minutes, let's see here. So we play the dice, or the sugar the dice, 30 bucks to the side, you know what I did here? 1,000. I got 8, number 9, no 1,000, no 11, no 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 19, you're gonna go 19, 18, back over there, I need 19. I got 19. Two there. I got half, okay, fine, now two. I got two, now half. How about a half? I got $2,000. 2,050. You're gonna go 50, 50. You're gonna go 50, not 50. Down here, we have sometime in the back. Or 2,000 even, 2,000 even. Which number you want there? You want under
18?
so 18 or 81? 18. All right, there we go. Number 45. This is come on. Come on, please. Okay, here's a 2015 Ford Fusion, and for 100 minutes, figure right here, who would have found your time? I got pounds going up by 5, 4, 5.
7.
I got 7, 8, now 8, no half, no 9, and a half, and 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000 go, 975, now 1,000, now 40. And a quarter, 10 here, 10 a quarter, and a quarter, quarter. That's 75. 75, each 10 75. How about 75, 75, down 11, 1100, and a quarter, 11's over here, 11 a quarter. How about 11 a quarter, and a quarter, how about 11 a quarter, we're out.
Quarter.
A quarter high, 75. How about 75, pay first, your turn, 1175, 1175. Now 12. How about 12, B12, B12, Nichols. How about 12 and around and a 12, and a quarter, you say that 12, I do. 12 and a quarter. It's, I think for 6 cents. 12 and a quarter. How about 12 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, here, we have something over here. We're $1,200. Yes, sir, number 8. Right, first, right, some over here, number 47. Here comes the 95, so we come on. Right, we don't want to win, so you're around, hey, you have 800. He said, hey, I'll take that back quarter. I'm gonna take it a quarter, no, hang on, so if I'm holding $400 here, give me 4. I'm not holding $1 here, not holding here, now, holding now, hang on, 50, 75. How about 75, you're gonna go 475. How about 475, $500 here, not holding, back only 5, how much money? How about 5 and a quarter, need a quarter, what do you see? 5 and a quarter, and a quarter, no, hang on, here, 50. How about a 50, 50, 50, pound a quarter, pound a half, pound 50, 75, gonna go 575. How about 75, you're gonna go 575, 575, 600, he says. How about 600, 600, come on guys, let's go. How about 600, you know, 600, sort of thing.
575
All
online.
right, 75 online is, what are you? 3, how much is it, all right? $4, how about that, we need how much? Well, it's extra 9, I think it's extra, yes, maybe, how about 5? I got 3, 3 and a quarter, and a half, 75. I got 75, 400 and a quarter, 425, 4 is over here, 4 and a quarter, now a half, 75. How about 75, gotta go 75, 475, here now 5, 500 and a quarter. And a quarter here, times over here, I'm saying, 5 and a quarter, now a half, now 75. How about 75, you're gonna go by 75, by 75, over there, now 600 and a quarter. How about quarter, 600, give me quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, over here, now, over here, now, 75, you go 75, 675, 700 and a quarter. And a quarter, 7's over here, 7 and a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter, okay, now half, now 75. How about 75, you gotta go 775, 775. Now 800. How about 800, 800, 800, 800, down here, yes, so when I, silver tank, 775, here's number there, 40, here, 2077. Turn it on, again, check it around here, Hey, give me a thousand. I got time to go. How about 5, 6, 7? How about 8? You want it? How about 8? No 9, no half, no 9. Gonna go 900, 8.5. Take 9. How about 900, not quarter, not half. And not 75. How about 75? Not thousand. How about time to go? Good. How about time to go? 1,000, not over here, quarter, half. Give me half. I got 10, a quarter, 10, I'm not 75. How about 75? I'm gonna go 75. 1075. No matter. How about that? I do. I live on site. No quarter? No, I'm sorry. I got 1075 on site. I need that. How about that? How about that? 11, no quarter. Quarter? No half. How about half? 11 and a quarters on site again. 11 and a half? How about 11 and a half? Two first. Say, we got return. How about that? 50, 50, 50, we sort of plan for 11, and then the quarter one same here. Okay, here's 49, 2018, right? This is a long name, can we hold? Automatic. How much over there here? Somebody give me about 2 grand. I got 1,000, 11. How about 11, 200, 11, 13. How about 13 and a half, and 14 and a half, and 15 and a half? How about a half? How about a half here, 16 and a half, and 17 and a half, 18. 18 and a half outside, and 19 and a half here, 2 grand, now half. I got a half, and 1 and a half, and 2 and a half. 22 and a half, 22 over here. I get 25, how about a half, 6, 26, no half. How about a half, he's 26 outside, 26 and a half, 6, 27, no half. How about a half, give me half, no, 800, no half, give me half. A half, no 9 and a half, and 3 grand. How about 3, gonna get 3 grand, 3 grand, 3 grand, now 1, 32. How about 32, no, he's 31, 32. 32, tres nuevos, sí. 2, 3, 3 nuevos, 33, 34. How about 33,400? I can't see it. 34, no. I got 34, 5. How about 35, 34 here, yes sir, 35, now 6. How about 6, you guys are still up, 36, 35 here, 36, 7. How about 37, you gotta go 7, 700, not me. How about 38, 38. How about 38, coach first, your turn, 38. No? So, that's 3,700 online, okay? All right, here we go. Here's number 50. Here comes the 9,675. Let's see what we got here. You put that bumper back on there for 6 times. All right, I got 375 for it. How about 4? And I told you, 425, we're gonna go 25 and a half. And then 50, 50, 4, how about 450, 50, 450, 75, 500, 85. How about 500, 85, when you say 500, you go 5 here, we have 7 things. 475, number 6 is the more, here's 551, there's another 3, right? 400 minutes, so you're going here, you need about how much here? We should 300 and a quarter. And a half, no 75, you're gonna go 75, 475. How about 475, 500, be fine, the quarter, 525. How about 5 how about 5 no, 515, you're gonna go 50, 50, 550, what do you say, 515? How about 50, right there, 75, 600, how about 6? And that's 45. How about 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half? How about 650, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50 in the summer thing, 625, online, right here, number 52. This is 45, this is a natural gas card, natural gas is good, $4 automatic. Okay, hey, what are you gonna do here now? I got time to go, 3, 4. How about 4 here, give me half. I got 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 75, and 4, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a quarter here, and a quarter here, 75, and a pound, and a quarter here, a quarter. And a quarter, no half, 50 each, not a quarter. I got a half, no 75, no 6, 6. And a quarter, no half, over here, 75, 700 and a quarter. And a half, 75, now 800 here. And 800 now, 775 each. about 800, 800 and a quarter, no high, 75, no 900 and a quarter, no high, and 75, and 1,000, and a half, be a half, what do you say, 1,100 and a half, how about 1150, what's this thing about? How about 1115, 15, 15, 15, 15, and a sort of thing. 1100, we're gonna put them on number each is higher, 55, I see the camera card. Right? So we're about a minute, and this is there, this is real, take it up on the prayer. The quarter, so you hear, the quarter has 75. And quarter has a quarter for 25 and a half, or 50. And 75, 500. How about 500, give me 5, right here, in a quarter, 175, on a quarter, 5 and a half. How about 5 and a half? And this is one. How about 550, 50, 50, 50, we sold it, and a half, okay, 75, two first, okay. How about 575? How about 75? We're gonna go 575, sold it, 550 online, there we go. 554, yes, 15, we ended up with 21. About a nice number, around here. That's straight, here we go. Are you gonna give me common sense? How about 5 about 4, 4 and a quarter, half, 450. I got a 50, 50 right there now, 75, here, home, 75, you're fine, I can give my quarter. And a quarter, 175, I'm a quarter, you have, 75. And 600, no 6, and a quarter, and a quarter, 6 over here, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. 6 and a half, that's 75, here goes 75. How about 600, 700 and a quarter. How about quarter, 7's over here, 7 and a quarter, you get a half, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75, here goes 75, 800. How about 8, now quarter, 825, you said at 8. How about 825, one side is 8 and a quarter. And a quarter and a quarter here, and I'm going to start time. 800 divided number 8, right here is number 55, here comes a point 4, that's a 50, 2, around a minute. It's a circular round, also a new hole, okay? It's a long read. Somebody give me about 15. I got 15, he said 1,000, he said 7, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, and 1,000, and a half, and a half, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, I'm not wrong, but a half. How about 12 and a half, 13, 13, 13. I got 13 and a quarter and a half, 75, give it 75, 13, 75. How about 13, 75, 1400, 14 is all. How about 14, 14, and we're going to 14 and a quarter, and a quarter, come on, let's go, guys. I got 14, 14, 14, we have sort of thing. 1,400 online, right? Hey guys, thanks very much for coming up tonight. Pay your bills, get your cars out of the yard. And we'll see you all next Thursday. Online, folks, come on in, 8 o'clock, we'll open up. We'll do the 12 and get your cars out, okay?